shiz.
The end of the world is this week. Oh well. This is how it has to end. Well, that frickin' sucks.
Shiz.
What?
Well, I hope it's...
Yo! This is Antonio Edward. Another week of ramblings of Antonio Edward. Basically, what you're about to watch is a whole week of whenever I feel like pulling out the camera, I just start recording and just talking to the mic.
Shiz.
Now what's happening in the news? Well, at a mall somewhere, someone popped off 50 shots in the air. No one got hurt. Only there was a minor injury because that person was trying to get away from the person shooting. Naturally, he didn't want to get shot, but something I don't know the whole story, but something must have happened to him while he was trying to get away. Probably a slip and fall or ran into a pole, who knows. Minor injury, not too bad, not that sad of a story, but why was this guy shooting 50 rounds into the air? Who knows? Maybe to get a message across, maybe he just wants to scare people. But the worst news of all is this past Friday, we just had a very horrific event that just happened on December 14th, where a gentleman, or I don't think we can call him a gentleman, but a man who stole his mother's gun or weapons. I guess the mother had a bunch of assault weapons and pistols. Dude steals it from his mother, kills his mother with several shots to the face and body, then drove the mother's car over to a school called Sandy Hook Elementary School. I'm over at New York Life building. In fact, that second row of lights and that third one is where New York Life is at. I'm on the rooftop of the parking structure here. And as you can tell, they have basketball court up here. That's pretty cool. They actually have a real basketball court out here. I wonder who set this up. In fact, they even have it anchored to the ground. I don't know if you can see that or not. The reason why I came up here because I thought I saw some flashes of light in that cloud line there. There's a huge cloud line that goes straight across from here all the way across. And wow, this is an amazing view. You can see the lake. And if you look hard, I mean, you can't see it through this camera. I do apologize for that. But there is a lot of fog right there. Like, there's heavy fog right here. And it's just clinging to the hillside. And there's the famous bridge right here. That bridge that I always crossed when I was working at Whole Foods. And then in the distance, over here, is downtown Austin. And the sun is coming up from that direction. It's really beautiful up here. It really is. I wish you guys can really see this. That looks like Richard's car. He's coming in early if it is. Over that lake, there's a lake here. Lake Austin, I think it's called. And that bridge is right here. There's a lot of fog right here. I mean, the water is warmer than the temperature of the air. So of course there's going to be a lot of fog, which looks like little clouds, but it's just fog. It is really gorgeous. And right now I'm waiting for the building to open. I got here really early, and the reason why, because JP, who is my business partner, he starts work early. So he told me he was going to give me a ride here, but he had to be at work at 7:30. But just to make sure he got to work on time. Whoa, I'm like pretty high up. Pretty scary looking. I'm telling you, it's pretty scary looking over the thing like that. You can see the fog a little bit better. I wonder if you can see that. Not as much over there. Man, this is gorgeous. I would love to see that sun come up, but there is cloud cover right at the sunrise area. You know what? I want to take an actual photograph, so I'm pausing video. All right, the little bit of fog that's above the lake is starting to burn off a little bit. The temperature is rising, so that's good. As you can see, it's a little bit brighter. I'm using the daylight filter now because it's very blue. Kind of thought it would be a nice touch to start off the Monday morning vlog here. Oh, I didn't even get to see what time it was. Darn it. I should have looked at the time. Well, it's time for me to go downstairs and get ready. I hope it's time where I can get inside the building and get warm. So peace out. Tuesday afternoon, going to a job interview. It's actually not really a job interview. It's calling me in for questioning of my technical skills with a company called Apex. Apex is just like Inside Global. There are contractors, and there are 2 job openings with 2 different companies that Apex is asking about. And I'm going to go in, talk about my experience. Maybe, something may become of it. Metro. I had to stop the video for a moment to record or take a picture of that Metro Square. That was kind of funny. Metro. You know, Microsoft should have stuck with that. They should have thought that. Because Metro, it could have been Microsoft Metro, you know? That would have been so cool. And the Windows RT could have been called Microsoft Metro. And if you get Windows 8 Pro, you're still going to be using Metro in the start menu, but it could have been Microsoft Windows 8. You know, that would have been a lot better than Windows RT. I just got off the bus, the number 3, and now I'm on, I think it's Great Hills, and I got to walk a mile to get to the place, because buses don't run out here. Starbucks, contact cleaners, apartment buildings. It's kind of a nice area. This is also known as the Arboretum. This area here, it's Great Hills, but I think it's more known as the Arboretum. Why is it called the Arboretum? Maybe they got one around here. I don't know. One day I will discover that. An all-glass building right there. And I hope there's a sidewalk all the way where I gotta go. About 2 hours ago, I had a phone interview with a company called Big Commerce. And it seemed like I did well on the phone. You know? It kind of reminded me of the same thing when I said it seemed like I did okay in Whole Foods. ended up getting the job. But what they want me to do next is to log into the BigCommerce website. They have like a staffing version so that they can test my skills on setting up a BigCommerce website. I got to build a store, in other words. There's the Triumphant Love Lutheran Church. See, this is what I mean. No sidewalk. Don't worry. Sidewalk begins again on the other side there. Hey, they got some good views over here. Over beyond that fence, let me see if I can get over here just for a second. It's like a little valley of some sort. Look at that. Wow. I don't think the camera's going to get. See if I can block out that sun there. Yeah, the camera's not going to get what it looks like in real. What if I drop this phone like right now? I'll have no way of getting it. Yeah. If I was younger, I could probably jump down there and get away with it. Please respect this sacred place. This is the Triumphant Love Resurrection Garden. Wow, so this is what you get when you walk. And you know, my color's off. I'm going to restart it with cloudy. Okay, cloudy filter on. Actually, you know what? Auto white balance might be better. Okay, I just turned on the auto white balance because I'm sick and tired of stopping and changing it. The Triumphant Love Resurrection Garden. This sounds like some type of church deal. Yeah, they got scriptures in here. So, I think it's part of that Lutheran church that we saw down the street. This may be a waterfall that runs. Probably doesn't run out because it's winter, even though it's warm enough. Ooh, they got little chimes and... Oh, wow. I mean, this is quite interesting. You know? No one can separate me from the love of God, not even death, St. Paul. The Lord is risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah. And they got these little plaques here. I'm kind of wondering what this means. People in the congregation that died. Well, this is quite interesting. And there's that hillside I was telling about. My phone's freezing again. The Remembrance Wall. Oh, and I love chimes. I really do. Well, if the end of the world is in 3 days, at least I got to hear that one last time. That was beautiful. I love chimes. It's just something about chimes. I got to get walking again because I got to get over here, but it's something about chimes that I just can't explain. It lifts me up, you know? I just love the sound of it. But that was a very interesting garden. I guess people that died in the congregation, maybe? Members of the congregation, this is their way of showing respect to the lost loves. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. Maybe a lot of churches do that. That's the only thing that sucks about not having a car. I want to push the fact that not having a car is a good way to go, but we live in a city where mass transit doesn't go every single where. It's harder to get around without a car. There's some nice homes down there. Very nice homes. Okay, I got another hill to literally climb down. There's no sidewalk on the left side, so I gotta remember that. And I'm hoping, I don't think there's a sidewalk on either side here, which means this is gonna be a very difficult decline here. I'm like literally walking in the street for a moment, and I stumbled upon this trail, but it's kind of hard to walk on loose gravel. I'm walking downhill, and it's not that steep. It's a little steep. Steep enough where if you have a bad ankle, it's not comfortable. It's like 4:15 right now, and I think where I gotta go is across the street. A lot of noise, and I got to just easily make it down because until I get to the sidewalk at least where it's more level. Okay, here we go. Still kind of a steep climb, but not as bad walking down. I want to light up a cigarette real quick. Okay, I guess I gotta make it across the street here. It's a highway. This is a 360. Never seen it from ground level before. '8911 Capitol Texas Highway. This is it. Okay. All right. It's building 3. And that sign is pointing this way, so I guess I'll go this way. They have a Sprint office here. Excuse me, is this building 3? Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. This sucks. Okay, I give up. I'm getting in the car. Whew. Even when I was younger, this wasn't very easy. In Los Angeles, Chicago, LA. Oh. Oh. Okay. These rocks got to my ankle. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't twist it up even more. Okay. Oh. This is why sidewalks are needed. Fucking bitch. I think everything is telling me that I need a car. Here in Austin, even if I take the bus, most of the time, you do need a car. The other parts of the time. See that car? I'm about to kick her ass. Man, I mean seriously, I hate people when they do that. They see a person walking the street. I'm legal. They're not jaywalking or crossing on a don't walk sign. The thing is, blinking, I have right of way, and people just want to be rude. Oh, like they're in a hurry or some shit. You know, I'm walking. You'll get to your location faster than I will. I'm gonna smoke real quick. Long day. It's just been windy all day long. Just windy. Hopefully blow away some of this smog that we've been getting lately. Tired. It's like really cool. attention. That is like the coolest thing. But I'm afraid that it's going to hit traffic and it's going to cause an accident. Help me! Help me! Tomorrow is the end of the world. It's the end of the world as she knows it. We're all gonna die! Or be brain dead. At some point, at some place on this earth, actually in many places on this earth, it's already 12 midnight, December 21st, 2012, on the other side of the planet. So, at what time do we get to experience this mass extinction of Homo sapiens? So far, so good. So far, ain't a damn thing happening.
There's nothing that's going to happen.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
It is now December 25th, or I'm sorry, December 21st. Let me start that over again. It is now December 21st, 2012. It is 0700 hours, GMT minus 6, Central Standard Time. I'm in Austin, Texas, and as you can see, it looks like a normal day. Nothing looks out of place. Nothing, as far as I can tell with my human eyes, everything looks just fine. I'm over at Richard's place right now, and Smokeback area. Just finished doing some work, and there's a couple of issues that we're having still with Dynamic CRM. And so we fixed a lot of issues, but there's a couple of things that's happening. There's like 400 records that are not importing out of 1,800. So we got to figure that out. But it's December 21st, and everything looks fine. The ground hasn't shaken. There are no zombies walking around. We are good. So it seems like it was all a hoax anyway. Peace. December 22nd, 2012. I'm still walking. Car is still driving on the freeway. And the day is not over yet. We still got Hawaii that still got to get over the hump of being in the day. But they're probably ending their day in just a moment. But it seems like, so far, even though that light just blinked, but it's probably just a standard surge, standard shit. It happens all the time, right? So far, so good. Again, I do believe that things are going to get worse. The weather's getting worse, and the sun is getting more active, but then eventually, the sun is going to not be so active, because it happens with every, don't get me wrong, 11 years, I think, right? But so far, so good. We're still here. We were worried about nothing. And here's my point of view was, if it happens, it happens. If it was meant for human beings to be extinct, or only a few of us to, survive, and the rest of us die, hey, it's bound to happen. I mean, what can we do about it? If the earth is falling apart, because we can't leave this rock. It's now December 22nd, 2012, and I'm still here. My wife was telling me about something on the news about salmon that is genetically altered to grow faster so that they can have more salmon because the nature way of growth of salmon won't supply enough salmon for the world. So they had to increase the growth rate of the salmon, which is genetically altered, of course, which is one of the reasons why we may have a zombie apocalypse. Because even though the FDA, the Food Beverage Agency, even though they approved it and said it won't harm us at all, the fact is it may be harming us slowly. That's what other resources are saying. So we don't know. And we also know that most foods and vegetables, fruits, meats, seafood is altered so that it can grow bigger, fatter, thicker, steroids. They add steroids to cows so they can be thicker, so it'll be more meat. Because food is not plentiful in terms of our population, in our current population right now, and where we are at as far as how much food is produced and what the world can provide, there's really not a lot of food. So they have to add some more stuff to it in order to make it more plentiful. Is that harmful to us? Yes, it probably is. It probably is bad for us. What can you do about it unless you grow your own? So I'm waiting for the bus right now because a few weeks ago I had a client who owns an apartment building and she needed me to do some Excel worksheets. So that's why I'm going there to do some more stuff. She called me yesterday and said, hey, I need you to do some more work. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing some more gigs until my job starts in January 5th. Haven't heard back from Big Commerce yet. She told me that she's going to email me with more steps. The Veterans Administration, that's still a go. But again, I worry about the security clearance. And you got to have great credit in order to get that. But they said that, depending on how bad your credit is. So we'll see. I'll choose, I don't know what I would choose. We'll see. All right, so waiting for my bus again, and peace out.
Don't forget to like this video.
Shiz. Shiz.